Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little bit special for you. This is a collaboration video between us, Fuller Life Texas, and Smith Family Ranch. And what we're going to be doing, all three videos are going to be showing you how we rotationally graze our cattle. We all do it a little bit differently, so what we're going to do is go through and show you how we each do it and kind of explain our methodology behind what we're doing and why we're doing it. Now here at Freedom Foods Farm, for those of you who've been following along, you will know that we rotate our cattle every day. We move our cows to a new spot every day. And the way that we do that is with this portable electric fence right here. And it's real easy to set up, and what we have to do today is we have to set up the new paddock for the cows. So let's go do it. Well, I'm super glad that I didn't run into you. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see here. It's a mean looking here. Here. Look at that right there. That's a mean looking spider. I don't want to run into you, buddy. Looks like I grabbed the wrong spool, so I had to go and make a little extend there all the way to the end of the lane, because this is one of our longer paddocks. But what I did over here was make this cross fence to the other side of the paddock over there, so now they only have this area for today. Then tomorrow what I do is I'll open this up and I'll have another one of these set up there, so they have that section for tomorrow. And the reason that I do this is because I don't know if it shows up on camera, but check this out. Look at the grass in the paddock that they're in right now. This is where they're going. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but there's even a color difference between, this is a little bit brownish yellow now because they've used it, they've ate it. This is all green. I mean, it makes a big difference. Now what I'm doing is I give them this section here, and then I fence it off into about thirds or fourths. I won't go more than 4 days, because in the section that they were originally in, the grass will start to regrow after 4 days, and that will damage it and hinder it from being in its growth stage and kind of stunt it a little bit. So I only keep them in each section for 4 days, so I don't have to necessarily move their water. They can come back to the same watering point, but they have a new area of grass every 4 days. Now if this was the springtime, oh, they'd just be here 1 day because we have to keep up with the grass. Here, now that it's, you know, end of summer-ish, slowing down, they're good here for, you know, 3-4 days. You see, the reason why I move them every day, because grass grows on an S curve. When it's in its beginning stages, it takes a lot to get the momentum going to grow. When it's in its growth stage, man, it's just shooting up. But it'll plateau at the end to where it's gonna go to seed and it'll stop growing. So we keep it in its growth stage. That way, ideally, all the grass around the farm is growing in that growth stage and growing much faster. In turn, what that does, it allows us to at least double production in the first year. This is the paddock that they're in now. See, there's Daphne. And you can see that the grass isn't all the way taken down to the ground. They're really just taking the top third of the plant. And that's important. Why? Because when they come over here, they leave the parasites from their manure in this paddock. So they're not eating next to their poop. That's important because that's where the parasites like to grow. And down in the soil, down here, is where the parasites like to live. When you move them every day and you give them fresh grass, they're only going to take the top third. They're not going to be eating all the way down on the bottom. In turn, it becomes a lot healthier for them and a lot healthier for the grass, because the grass needs to rest. If you just turn the cows out without letting the grass rest, every 4 days when the little bit, their ice cream, their favorite, starts to grow up, they'll come back and take a bite of it, and then eventually it'll kill off the plant, and that's how you get pastures growing up in weeds and stuff. I know we're fighting some here because this is the first year that we're here, but in the future, I can guarantee you that our goat weed, or whatever weed, is going to start dropping. Why? One, because the cows are mobbed up a lot more, so it means they're going to trample it. And two, because the better grasses are going to be able to take hold, and they'll grow faster than the weeds for the most part. So these ladies here are getting probably a little bit frustrated with me because they want to move. So here, let's go do my favorite part. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cow, come on. Come on, cows. Come on, cows, come on. Now all we have to do is move their water onto this side, and it makes it real easy because we have this water line right here, and what we do is we run this all the way to the other side of the pasture, which is about 12 to 1300 feet that way, and we get good water pressure over there. And all we do is connect a hose to the spigot where it's at. Right now it's right over there. Fill up the water. The girls are good to go. They have everything they need: fresh grass, shade because it's summertime, and water. And this right here is the best water for them. Why? Because it's clean. It's not, you know, they're not pooping in it, they're not peeing in it like they would when they have a pond when they have access to a pond. And look at them. They're excited to move every day. Sheep and Dolly, which is our Angus Charolais crosses, right there and right there, they're still getting used to it because they're pretty new here. They haven't even been here a month. But these girls, they know what they're doing. As soon as I open the lane, call them, they'll come on through. What moving them every day also allows me to do is it allows me to put eyes on every single one of the cows, no matter where they're at, because they're in a small space. And that way I can check to make sure, like Yoli right here, she's doing perfectly good. She's doing great, actually. Look at her, she's just a beautiful cow. And there, she's eating. Now, if they had any kind of issue, I'd be able to see it and not have to wonder where they're at, how they're doing. And the only issue I have is Pepper barking, because that's what Pepper does. But you can see, these cows are very happy. And then what I'll also do is on days that I know I'm going to be here around 4, 5, 6 o'clock-ish, I'll actually set up a smaller paddock and then move them twice in one day, because in the afternoon is really when the sugars from the plant really rush up to the top, and it becomes more it just becomes healthier for them. It becomes just better. But I don't think that Betty or Yoli or Dolly over there is complaining at all. Why? Because they get fresh grass every single day. And because they're mobbed up in a smaller area, it allows for a little bit more competition, so they'll eat stuff that they normally might not eat. So it's kind of like them eating their vegetables, which we want them to do. Why? Because the more diverse species of grass that goes into them, just the better the meat's gonna be. So when you have a system set up like we do here, it takes almost no time at all to come out here and move these cows. You make them happy, you keep them healthy, you get the most productivity out of your land, and just overall good. That's why we move them every day. And this right here, look, I get to come hang out with the cows. They're very, very docile. The most spunky one is still probably Betty over there. She won't let me touch her, but all the other ones will to some degree, and Ellie over there, that one right there, will come over for scratches all the time. So that's why we move the cows every single day, and why we will continue to do so. But you can go check out Fuller Life Texas and Smith Family Ranch to see why they do it their way and how often and the way that they do it. This is the way that we do it. As long as the cows are moving to some degree, you know what? You're doing better than most. And like Joel Salatin says, as long as they're moving, mobbing, and mowing, they're happy being a cow. Look at them. Look at Ellie. Just so pretty. Just so pretty. So with that, go check out their channels. Go hit the subscribe button to them. I'll probably leave iCards somewhere around here or here. I don't know which way it is. To their channel, so you can go check them out. But before you leave, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and drop a comment here if you like, alright? Until next time, see ya.